Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How are you all doing today? Today is the day that Mars rules, and Mars is currently in Leo. Oh, what a time we are having. Astrology is so very intense. It's a very transformational energy as we are moving from one age to the next. Sometimes I look at the astrology and I just am dumbfounded and wondering, like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna do this? And not from a place of fear, but from a place of true curiosity. Like, what is this gonna look like in 5 years and 10 years? Because this stuff is really changing. And my ego mind, my human mind that has been on the planet for 56 years and who has seen the way things, I literally cannot picture what I see in the astrology in the 3D reality. I'm like, how is it going to happen? So, but what I do know is that it happens a little bit at a time. It happens one bite at a time, one step at a time, one choice at a time, one mind change at a time. We transform. And so today, we have the moon in Pisces. The moon just got into Pisces this morning. And the moon in Pisces is an energy of empathy and connectivity and the spiritual realm. And we have a last quarter phase in Pisces. So the thing that's most significant about today is that I want to try to explain this in a way that you guys get it, because the universe doesn't function like we do as humans. We are in a constant state of becoming, and the universe does it gently. It's not an all or nothing. Like right now we're in this collapse of our reality. This collapse has been coming down the line for years. And now people are like, oh my God, I'm losing my job. My relationship is ending. My health is, but these systems have been corrupt for years and have been getting us to this moment. And the work that I have been doing in my own world personally is I understood the systems were corrupt and coming down. So I've been building new systems that allow me to, it's like I've been digging another hole, another way out, because I'm like, oh, that is dead. So let me find a new way to access the energy, because the energy and the power is always here. We just have been conditioned to think that there are only a few ways that the energy and power can be sourced through your experience, but it's not. We have, when I say a few ways, like just for instance, we believe that monogamy is the most optimal way for human beings to be in relationship with one another. That is just one way for humans to be in relationship with one another. We believe, we've just been conditioned in these ideas of what is right and what is acceptable according to religion and capitalism and the education system and white supremacy and all of these systems that are now corrupt. And so your energy needs to express in a new way. Oh yeah, these transits are no joke right now. These transits are no joke, which is why I follow the moon, because when you follow the moon, the transits get integrated gently and slowly. It's not an all or nothing. And what I've realized that there was a time in my life where I didn't understand that. And so I would, the transits would just knock me over because I hadn't done the prep work for them in my own psyche and consciousness. I hadn't prepared myself for the new energies that are coming in. And now that I understand how it works, and I've done my prayer work and my meditation, and I've asked Spirit to show me the way is to do a little bit at a time every day. That's it. I don't, literally, it's just, when you plant a seed in the ground, you don't expect for it to produce fruit the next day. You know that the seed is going to produce fruit, but it's going to produce fruit in the season that it's meant to. So for me, it has been about just preparing, because I knew all these energies are coming, which is why I come here every day to support the conversation. Because what I know is that it helps me when I have somebody to talk to about it. It helps me when I can actually talk about it, because the stuff is invisible. And by the time this reality, this invisible reality, comes into full manifestation, which it is about to start doing now. It has already been in the spiritual realm, really working itself out, but now it's about to really begin to, the seed is bursting open and it's about to start breaking through the soil. Now, have you prepared yourself? That's the only question. Have you prepared yourself for the transformation that we are all going through? What have you done to support yourself? And like sometimes when I'm on social media and they're like, if this happens, you need to have an electrical this. And if this happens, you need to, and if your such and such goes out, that's not the preparation I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about, have you healed your trauma? Have you reorganized your mindset? Have you done the work to forgive yourself? Have you connected to your body? Have you gotten clear about what your mission is, what your purpose and what you're up to? This is the prepper, because now the energy and the power is coming through for us to be in the fulfillment of the things that we are here to fulfill upon, the contract of your soul. It's now time to be in the readiness to do the work that you're meant to do. Now, the thing that's challenging is that we're coming out of the dark ages, you all. So it's so clouded. It's so confusing. Because we have been more asleep as humans than we ever are at any time. So there's a lot of doubt and confusion. Just it's like, where should I go? I don't know, because we're like waking up. And with that, you have to understand that there is grace. The universe is not punishing like that. That's the reality that we have been in with our egos. The universe is waiting on you, okay? The universe is holding the space, holding the bus for you to get there. The universe is doing that, but you got to get there. It's not going to come and get you. You've got to show your willingness and your readiness to be a different person. It's not something that's going to just happen. There is magic in it at every turn, but the magic is not going to just happen to you. You have to be willing. You have to open yourself for the possibility of it. And you do that by preparing yourself. So the moon in Pisces we're starting a new cycle. So if you guys want to join Daughters of the 13 Moons to really begin to master your own sense of self, today is the final day to join. We won't be open again until next month. So if you can't join today, you can join next month. And with the moon in Pisces, we are truly activating, and Saturn has been in Pisces for the last 2.5, 3 years. It is finally leaving and going into Aries on the 24th. And so we have cleaned up our subconscious, because Saturn is cause and effect. It's the structure. So, and Pisces is the subconscious. So literally, Saturn has been in Pisces adding structure and systems to your internal world so that it can come into manifestation. And as Saturn now goes into Aries, it's literally creating the structures for you to be yourself. It's putting the foundation for your identity. And we are letting go of our old sense of selves, who we were, which was all clouded in sexism and racism and religion. And we are the first human beings on the planet that are going to open up the new reality for a new world to be born. We're doing that. I know, it's like, what? Like, what? But I gotta say, I have always known this. Since I was a child, I knew that I was here for this. I knew that this was the work that I was born to do. And for a long time, I just was like, is it gonna happen? Like, what is going on? I started to really doubt, because I think I really thought that when Obama got elected, that was gonna be the thing that really shifted us. I didn't realize that it would be when Trump got elected. And so for me, my timing was off, but we are where we're meant to be. And the question is, are you doing the prep work to support your system in actually being able to take in the new energy? Because that's all that's happening. These transits mean new energies are coming in. Energies for the age of Aquarius. And are you ready? Have you shifted your diet? Have you shifted your emotional patterns? Have you gotten out of codependent relationships that will keep you locked into behaviors that don't serve you? Are you taking responsibility for yourself? Are you accessing sovereignty in your mind, in your body, in your spirits? Are you doing the work to ready yourself for the new energy that's coming in? And that's really all that matters. That's it. So with the moon in Pisces, it's about releasing, like really letting go and starting a new cycle. We have the moon in Pisces and we have the sun going into Gemini today. Oh, actually the sun has gone into Gemini already. I love Gemini season. And I'm so grateful that Taurus season is over with. When Taurus season is here, I just want to eat. Like I literally cannot get full. I literally can just eat bread and butter and chips. And I just am like hungry. And I've started asking myself, what's really beneath this hunger? Because I am not really hungry. I really am not hungry. There's something else that I'm hungry for. And what is it that I'm hungry for? So the sun has now left Taurus. So if you haven't had a chance to look at the month and see what you got from it, what was the value for you, because Taurus was about accessing your value. Now we're going into Gemini. And Gemini is here to give us the understanding that our mind, the stories you tell, create your reality, your perception. And so with this moon in Pisces and the sun in Gemini, that means that the moon and the sun are in a square to one another. And the moon is your inner world and the sun is your express self. So you're literally, the story you tell about what's going on inside of you, it will show up in your experience. Whatever you're feeling inside and the story you're telling about it is going to show up in your experience. And so that is how we are working with the energy today. And if you need support, please book a reading with me so I can teach you how to use this energy and how to use all of the energies, because I'm sharing the information here, but I'm not teaching how to actually use it. I teach in Daughters of the 13 Moons, and I teach in private sessions how you want to use this energy according to your chart, according to how you are meant to function. You know, it's like, there are elephants, there are tigers, there are bears. And are the tigers behaving like elephants? Are the elephants behaving like bears, right? Like you have to understand your code. And every human being has a unique code. Before I understood my code, I really believed that my mind, my energy was all focused in romantic exchange and wanting to be married and wanting to be a wife and wanting to be chosen that was because I didn't understand my code. And when I started reading my code, I was like, oh, this stuff that I think I want is not it at all. This is actually karma. The things that I think I want are actually karma. And so every time I would get into a relationship, I would have a karmic experience because I was on the wheel of karma very much still. And so I had to really understand my chart and realize that the thing that I needed to do was prioritize my own identity and my own development over romantic relationship. Because romantic relationship or friendship or anything like that. And it's very subtle, things like this. Like yesterday, this little jumper, my girlfriend came over last night and she's moving and she gave it to me. But it's so interesting because she and I were having a conversation, and she's someone who really desires to be in romantic partnership. And I see that for her. Like my psychic abilities see that for her. Now, what I know is that a lot of women want romantic partnership because they're really running from being fully responsible for themselves. Like I remember when I wanted romantic partnership, I would always think like, I need to stay really small because no man is going to want me if I'm fully myself. If I'm rich, if I'm gorgeous and smart and fucking amazing. No man is gonna really, really, really want to be with me if I'm that much. So I would shrink myself because I wanted to be chosen. And I feel like a lot of women are doing one variation of that or not, like some variation of that. Romantic relationship is a path that is not for everyone. We think that it is, but it is not. And the reason it is not is because many of us will compromise our true nature if we are in a romantic relationship. We will make ourselves smaller or whatever to accommodate the relationship. And so yesterday when I was talking with my friend and she was talking about like wanting to be in a relationship, historically, I, as a woman, would lock in with her and be in agreement with her. It's like I would lock my nervous system in, I would feel it. But last night I was like, I'm not going to do that. So I listened to her. I held my energy. I did not allow myself to go into that symbiotic experience that would make me feel like I'm mirroring her, and she shared what was going on with her. And then when I shared, I was like, I have no interest in relationship. They bore me. They're not engaging in the way that the world says they are. Romance doesn't do it for me. Like, I'm actually interested in something else. I'm actually interested in using my life force in a different way than being in connection with a man. In a connection with a man in the ways that we have been taught to be a wife and a mother and a girlfriend. Like, yuck. Like, it's just a yuck for me. That's all I can say. But now that I understand my chart and I have the Aries North Node, I'm not here for that. I am here to be true to myself. And I actually love that. So the Pisces energy is this very empathic energy. And as women, we tend to over empathize with one another. And, like when we see war, it's like, oh, I feel so bad for these people that are going through this. And I am training myself to know that people are in their own experience. I don't care what it looks like. They are in their divine experience. It could look like war. It can look like happiness. It can look like divorce. It can look like illness. It can look like whatever it is. I am not here to over relate to others. I'm going to stay in my own reality because that is the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius says you are sovereign, and the energy that you are sourcing through your life is your own energy. We're not sourcing from, oh, I'm going to do this because I want this person to like me, or, oh, this person. That's not what we're up to anymore. That's what we were up to, but we're not up to that any longer. And this is the thing that's going to be challenging for us to unravel ourselves from. All the ways that we relate to others based upon wanting agreement, wanting to be accepted, wanting to belong, all of that shit is done with. And it's so interesting. I was a few weeks ago having a conversation with a man that I'm friends with, and he was saying things about my way of being, like, you like this, and he thinks it's pretentious. You like this, and the thing you're doing doesn't feel valuable to me. And I had to really step back and realize that historically, if somebody said those sort of things to me, I would feel like I needed to change because they didn't appreciate who I was. But in that moment, I just listened and heard them and was like, yeah, that's true. I do like that. That is pretentious and I love it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to feel bad about who I am and what it is. I'm not going to shrink myself to make another feel. And that's the energy that we're in. That is what it takes. And it's not about the other at all. It's all about the ways we have patterned ourselves to do this. So I'm not going to be mad at a person for wanting me to change to make them feel better, or telling me how I'm doing something that doesn't work for them. They don't have to stop that. What I know is that I have created the environment that gives people the permission to think that it's okay for them to make those sort of declarations and requests of me. I have said, it's okay internally. I have said, oh, I'm going to make space for somebody's idea of me or opinion. I have done that energetically. And so that's why it shows up in my reality. So I am stopping that. I am no more interested in the ways that I have invited people into my life to judge, to opinion, for me to care about what they think. I have done that, and I am not doing that any longer. So the story that I'm telling of myself, that we're hitting Gemini season. So just so you know, we're at the very first day of Gemini season. We're going to be here for 30 days, okay? And we were just in Taurus for 30 days. Before that, we were in Aries for 30 days. And every energy takes on a new quality. Every constellation takes on a new quality. So see how it was for you in Taurus season? And now we're in Gemini season, and there's going to be a new quality that comes up. And so you want to pay attention so you can utilize this energy in a way that best serves you. And if you'd like support, you can book a transit reading with me at healwithmoonmama.com, and I will look at your chart and give you rituals and practices that will support you in utilizing this energy based upon where you are. Because see, here's the thing. Everybody is not in the same place. Like, I'm in a place where I can cast a story in my mind and walk into it 30 minutes later, because I've been doing this work a long time. I understand my relationship to reality. So I can just say, oh, this is what I did, and then I'm in it. But many of us still have trauma and unfinished business that literally are like roadblocks in your creative power. The trauma, the things that you're carrying around about your mother or your father or some lover that pissed you off or something you did. Those are the things that are roadblocks that are keeping you from your ability to actually just be able to cast a reality and live into it. All right, you all. So if you want support, healwithmoonmama.com. Happy Tuesday. Today is the day that Mars rules. Mars is currently over in Leo, and Mars is our will center. So in Leo, we literally have the will and the power to be true to our own individual code, your own true self. And that is what we're up to. All right. Peace and blessings. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.